Number 5 is the 1986 Fleer All-Stars insert set. This 12-card set was in wax and cello packs. The best card in the set is definitely Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr. finished his 4th full Major League season in 1985 and has become the Iron Man among all Major League players by not having missed an inning of play in 3 whole seasons. His 116th run scored was second in the AL. He also was tied for 5th in game-winning RBIs with 15 and tied for 6th with 110 runs batted in. The hallmark of his career thus far has been his ability to play up to a high level in every game. For instance, in 1985, he had 60 RBIs at the All-Star break and finished with 110. He hit 15 home runs at the All-Star break and finished with 26. His fielding also stays at the same consistent level, which is why he accumulates assists, putouts, and total chances, which always are among the best in the major leagues. Selection based on 1985 performance. Number 4. Number 4 is 1989 Bowman reprints. Bowman inserted reprints of 1953 Bowman in some of their 89 Bowman packs. I remember as a kid opening up these packs of 89 Bowman and seeing these awesome old vintage cards. I had never held a Mickey Mantle card or a Ted Williams card in my hands before, and I've only seen them in magazines. And I was so stoked to know that I was going to have a cool vintage reprint card. That is, until I looked at the back. Unfortunately, they were contest cards. Did you know that the card on the other side is a replica of a 1953 Bowman baseball card featuring Mickey Mantle, and that an original is worth approximately $1,000? Would you like to own it? Just enter our 1989 Bowman baseball card sweepstakes and you may win it, or you may win the grand prize, a complete set of 1953 Bowman color baseball cards worth approximately $10,000. Number 3. Number 3, 1986 Fleer Future Hall of Famer set. One card from this 6-card set was seated into each rack pack. I've always liked the look of this insert set with the background of horizontal blue lines. It reminds me of the waterfall in Legend of Zelda 2. And it did indeed feature future Hall of Famers. Well, for the most part. One card in the set didn't quite make it. Pete Rose became the all-time base hit leader in 1985, which is a sure ticket for induction into baseball's Hall of Fame at some future date. Rose passed one of baseball's most hallowed record holders in 1985, Ty Cobb, and his long-held record of 4,191 hits in early September, and finished the season with an all-time record of 4,204. He has batted 300 or better 14 times and led the major league 3 times, in 1968, 69, and 73. He was chosen the league's MVP in 1973. From 1963, when he was chosen Rookie of the Year in the National League, until this past season, he has never failed to give 100% in every game. True dat, Pete Rose. Number 2. Number 2 is 1989 Donruss Grand Slammers. When I pulled these cards, my eyes lit up. These are what I looked for in 1989 Donruss. I thought it was so cool to see who had hit a grand slam and read the whole story about the play. And of course, having the Bash Brothers in the set certainly didn't hurt. Although looking back, one thing that made it a little bit awkward is that they did have a lot of players who hit grand slams, and some of them were a bit off the main path. Mike Marshall's first home run of 1988 proved to be quite dramatic. On April 23rd, the Dodger right fielder came to bat against the San Francisco Giants with the bases loaded after Pedro Guerrero had been intentionally walked in front of him. No respect. In 1987, the same scenario touched off a brawl between the Dodgers and Giants. On that occasion, after Guerrero was walked intentionally in front of him, Marshall hit a 3-run homer and then let Giants manager Roger Craig know what he felt about the slight. On April 23rd, Marshall did himself one better by hitting a grand slam after the intentional walk by Don Robinson to Guerrero that loaded the bases in the 9th inning. It completed a 10-3 Dodger rout of Craig's Giants. Here are some cards that just missed the cut.
Man, you are one pathetic loser. No offense.
Number 1. Your number one insert set of the 1980s is 1989 Score Young Superstars Series 1. The 1989 Score Young Superstars Series 1 is a 42 card insert set, seeded at the rate of 1 per rack pack. As with the previous year's set, a second series of 42 Young Superstars was issued exclusively as a factory set later in 1989. Although there are numerous great rookies in this set, I had to choose Bo Jackson to highlight. I wanted to put Griffey up there so bad, but he's in Series 2 and it was not actually an insert set, so I went with Bo. This is one of the first insert series that started the craze of ripping through packs trying to find the rookie you're looking for. Bo Jackson is a gifted athlete with tremendous physical ability. He has world-class speed, exceptional power, and an extremely powerful arm. He might be the best in baseball in all three categories. Hit over 20 home runs second straight year in 1988, was batting .309 in early June when felled by a torn hamstring, averaged 6.8 yards per carry in 7 NFL games in '87, ran for 221 yards and 3 touchdowns in one game, the 1985 Heisman Trophy winner and NFL's #1 draft pick.